Hi, Freddie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm a huge fan. You're an icon to me.
Oh, thank you,
So
man.
that
I appreciate Brazil's always given me a lot of love, and I appreciate you. And it's one of my favorite cultures. I grew up with Jean-Jacques Machado, and I trained with Jean-Jacques Machado in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I've just always been so captured by the culture and the amount of love that you guys are willing to express publicly. We're a little more reserved, not like Japanese reserved, but we're a little more reserved, and you guys are just always open-hearted, and I've always been very appreciative of that. So thank you.
Brazilians are the best.
Yeah, you guys
Scream
are.
and I Know What I Did Last Summer are my favorite slasher movies. I started my outlet because of those movies
Oh,
in
that's cool.
99. And how fun is to see those franchise getting back.
Yeah, man, it's exciting for me. I mean, my favorite type of horror movie is the slasher movie, regardless of the decade that it's in. So getting to be in one was always great. But when I saw Scream was kind of rebuilding and setting this new foundation, I thought, it might happen, but I didn't know if it would be right for me to be in it because it could feel forced, right? It could be very inorganic the way it feels in some other movies sometimes. But I happened to be friends with the writer director of the film, Jen Robinson, and she said, "Let me tell you where I think Ray and Julie are now in their lives. And if you don't want to hear any more after that, I won't pitch you the idea." And I said, "Okay, let's go have breakfast." And so we went to this little crummy diner and got some breakfast. And she started answering all the questions as to what happened to these two and where they're at now. And I loved what she said so much that she then pitched me the whole movie. And before there was even a script, I told her, I was like, we're going to make it work. This is going to be an awesome movie. You're going to do a fantastic job with this, and it's going to be a pleasure to be a part of it. And everything I said was true. I had an absolute blast making this movie, and I couldn't be prouder of what we put together.
Is it true that back in the 2000s there was a script for I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer with you and Jennifer Love Hewitt that never got made?
I never read a script for that, nor did I ever get pitched a version with the two of us. So I don't think that's true, but it may not have ever been in my hands, so I don't know for sure.
And how do you analyze the impact of the legacy characters in those recos, including Ray?
Yeah, I never saw it as a legacy character, right? Until recently when people started asking the question. It was always Ray to me. He was Ray. He was a blue collar guy. He came up with nothing. He understood the value of a dollar because he had to earn every dollar he ever had. He was a normal, relatable guy. So I never saw him as this sort of legacy character. And then when we started talking about making the movie and people started asking questions, I was just like, yeah, okay, there's a different level of pressure that comes with that. You want to make sure people see not only who he is now, but who he used to be. You have to pay respect to that and tribute to that. And those were things that Jen Robinson and I spoke about before the script was written. And again, every question that I sort of had, she had an answer to. She had put the time and energy and effort into three-dimensionalizing these characters and really filling in that 20 plus year gap in their lives from dealing with something so traumatic to where they are now.
And Eu Sei and Michelle Gellar are my favorite couple. Like, oh my God, both icons. Uh, there's a chance now with all those recos to return to Scooby-Doo 3. And are those franchise life defining for you? Because you got married after I Know and Scooby-Doo, right?
Yeah, we weren't dating during I Know What You Did. We were dating and got engaged during Scooby. And then we're married about 9 months to a year after that, I think. So I don't remember exactly when we shot Scooby 2. But for me, I loved the time that I put in on those movies, and I love how it affected people. But I'm almost 50 years old. I can't play Fred Jones anymore. I can't wear the wig. This hair is gray. It's not blonde. And so I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't speak for the rest of the cast, but I'm sure they'll make one. And Matt could probably do it till the day he dies because he has that voice in him, eternally. I'm sure it calls him late at night and wakes him up at 3 in the morning and it's like, hey man, don't forget about me. So he could do it, but I know that I couldn't, and I don't know for the rest of the cast.
And to wrap it up, what are your favorite scary movies?
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we'd have to go to Italy, Japan, and Korea to get to my favorites. So Suspiria, I think, is an amazing movie. For those of you that aren't familiar with Dario Argento, they call it his style of horror film giallo, and it's a beautiful. You can literally pause it, and it looks like a gross picture you could hang up on a wall. They always have the best soundtracks of any horror movie. It's like old school 70s horrific jazz. Like I love everything about Suspiria and everything else he made too. Anything red is going to be good. Then if you go to Japan, I love Ju-on, which was the original Grudge, which my wife did the American version of with the same writer director. So
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite movies because it has my favorite shot that comes from any movie ever, even though it was also in a Korean film as well, the exact same shot. But I prefer it in this because it's in a hallway, and in the Korean one, it's outside, so it feels tighter and more uncomfortable. And then if we go to Korea, you can pretty much pick a horror movie that they've made, and I absolutely love it. They make, to me, the greatest horror movies ever. You never know what's going to happen. There's no studio notes because that's not how they make movies over there. And I just think they make for me, for my taste, the best horror films in the world. So you can pick any one of those. But if you want to see some of those other ones, go to Italy. You don't have to go to Italy. You should. It's beautiful. But check out anything that Dario Argento did back then. And if you like The Grudge, you'll love Ju-on because it's a beautiful movie. Beautifully horrific.
Freddie, thank you very much. You're so sweet. I'm
No,
so glad to talk
thank
to
you,
you.
man.
A gente não vai morrer aqui hoje. Tá esperando o quê?